TNA Superstar Crazy Steve getting in the ring, and there goes the Professional Enraged. They're out of here.
And they're smart to get out of there. Steve's a loose cannon. You don't know what he's going to do.
There we go, Rob Rage sporting a beard now. The Professional with his classic mustache, so these guys got the facial hair all worked out. They just got a problem with Eddie on top.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Hutch. They have great haircuts if you ask me. Very classic, very professional.
Oh, very classic is right. Classic like a cue ball. And the fans firmly behind Crazy Steve and Chris LaPlante. This is going to be one heck of a matchup, Steve. I mean, excuse me, Chris. I'm going crazy here.
It's going to be an interesting matchup, but my money is on Professionally Jacked.
Oh, please, you're going to call them that all match? Well, both of these guys on the opposite side of the ring. Everybody in this match today has some very interesting gear. Crazy Steve obviously in his mishmash kind of sideshow carnival gear. But you look at Jaxon Jarvis, reminds me of Batman, what he's got going on there. Of course, Rob Rage in his incredible Macho Man outfit, which I am very impressed with. I've become more of a Rage fan by 5%, that's for sure, just because of his outfit. And go time, Chris LaPlante with his no-nonsense singlet here. It's black, it's silver, and he's looking to get some gold. But first, he's looking to get a win here today against these stragglers from the infamous Five.
Stragglers, come on. LaPlante had to beg Crazy Steve to help him.
I know that is absolutely not true, but we won't get into that right now. Hopefully we can get into some good action here. Oh, boy.
Well, let's get in the story behind this match, though. We got Jaxon Jarvis and Chris LaPlante. Chris LaPlante's been a thorn in Jarvis' side since day one.
Well, obviously, Chris LaPlante, like I've said before, the heart and soul here at Crossfire. Jaxon Jarvis, a member of the infamous Five, basically the antithesis or the anti-Crossfire crew. But last month at our Bring the Heat event, after Go Time, Chris LaPlante got an extremely incredible victory over former champion Tomer Shalom with a submission victory here. Jaxon Jarvis came in, attacked him from behind, and LaPlante, he returned the favor by distracting Jaxon later on in his match, allowing Just Insane to get a probably very deserved victory over Jaxon Jarvis and move up the ranks here at Crossfire. But then in Bissell's, Jaxon Jarvis eliminated Chris LaPlante after he'd already cleanly won our Battle Royal for a title shot, hid underneath the ring like Jerry Lawler the whole time, got in there and threw him out. So these two guys have some serious problems to hash out between each other, and they brought Crazy Steve and Rage along for the ride.
I'm glad you brought up Bring the Heat 4, because that really disgusted me, that show. Jaxon Jarvis was a man, waited till Chris LaPlante was done his match. But no, what does LaPlante do? He comes out during Jarvis' match and costs him a victory.
So you're saying Jaxon Jarvis was a stand-up guy because he waited till the match was over to attack a guy from behind? Man,
exactly.
You're a really twisted bugger, you know that,
match.
Chris?
LaPlante comes out during a match. Jarvis was concentrated on Just Insane.
And you know what? LaPlante didn't do anything. He didn't attack him. He didn't even touch him. All he did was distract him. So if you ask me, LaPlante came out, didn't do a darn thing, and Jaxon lost that match. Jaxon Jarvis physically attacked Chris LaPlante from behind like the scoundrel that he is.
I would too.
What's going on in here now? What? Look at this nonsense. Jaxon Jarvis just as mentally unstable as Crazy Steve, believe me.
The crowd seems to love it. The women love Jaxon Jarvis.
Oh, God, this guy's like a bobblehead. Look at him.
Hey, he's got his supporters out there. I see a lot more Jaxon Jarvis shirts than I see a single Chris LaPlante shirt out there.
Somehow it doesn't seem odd for Crazy Steve to be imitating Jaxon Jarvis because it really just looks like what a crazy person would do.
Both men just pacing around the ring.
As Crazy Steve asking if the audience wanted to bite his face off. I don't think you should be doing that, my friend. We want to get a win here, not a disqualification.
And listen to these moronic fans. They want him to do that.
Crazy Steve has Jaxon by those nice shiny tights. Oh, now riding him like a horse. Or riding him like something else, depending on how dirty your mind is. Oh, here we go.
This is not right, Hutch. Come on, professional.
I got to agree with you. This is not exactly right. No. Oh, but it sure is fun. Nice snapmare from Crazy Steve and a reverse chinlock. He's right on top of Professionally Jacked, one member of. Let's go with that as the name, shall we?
He's just putting that pressure on Jarvis's back right now. Rage reaching, trying to get a tag in. Come on, Jarvis.
I would love to see Rob Rage try and unleash a flying elbow like the Macho Man today. That would be great with that outfit he's got on. But first, you got to get legally tagged in. And Jaxon Jarvis in some trouble here right now. Crazy Steve with the headlock in firm control. Oh, wrench in the arm. And looks like a probably tag to Chris LaPlante here. There's go time right on the shoulder.
Jarvis breaks free. That's smart. Yeah, tagging the big man. LaPlante's afraid of Rage.
You know, that is technically not a legal tag. It should be hand-to-hand contact. You don't tag a guy in his back, on his shoulder. You don't tag him with your leg, but a lot of referees let that slide. We've got tag ropes here in the corner at Crossfire that not a lot of guys use. Oh, boy. But looks like Rage certainly uses the equipment at the gym quite often. Did you see him just ragdoll Chris LaPlante?
Oh, exactly.
Oh, look at this.
Rage knows one thing, and that's pump. Chris LaPlante looks like he's been more of in a slump.
Oh, I got to tell you, well, there's a good play on words, Chris. Finally, some gold out of Chris from Chris, Classic Chris here. It's been long enough. Now I'm all tongue-tied here. But you want to know something? You're right. He is focused on being pumped, but that's the problem. Rob Rage, he's one-dimensional. It's all about the gym. It's all about his physique. There's a one-trick pony with this guy.
Well, Rage is a monster. That's why he's a former CFL player.
He spiked the knee right into LaPlante's gut.
What's LaPlante thinking?
And now just fill it in with those fists. Come on, ref, that's a close fist blow there from Rob Rage.
LaPlante fighting back. There we go.
Oh. And LaPlante should have known better than that to allow himself to be distracted. And that's now Rage.
And that's not smart by LaPlante. You don't let Jarvis distract you when you got a monster like Rage alone in the ring.
No, not at all. And I got to tell you, on a personal level, I'm a little disappointed. I expect more out of Chris LaPlante. He's a smart guy. He's been around for years. Shouldn't be getting fooled by guys like Rage and the Professional. They do not have my respect or the intelligence level, I think, to be fooling a guy like Chris LaPlante. So very unfortunate there. Oh.
Well, they are smarter than Revelation.
Oh, no arguing there on my end.
There we go, Jarvis.
Oh!
Professional chop.
Knife edge chop in the corner, snap marrying him to the center, and certainly taking his time, Jaxon Jarvis. Come on, he's on the hair, ref. And now a nice deep chin lock. I'm not sure. Check that arm.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta check LaPlante's arms because pretty soon he's gonna be knocked out.
Oh, please. Wow, Chris, you know what? I gotta tell you, you're getting better at this job. That was another good one-liner.
Hey, what can I say?
Well, you're learning from the best, I'll tell you that. And once again, down to the canvas with more illegal tactics, wrenching on the hair, Jaxon Jarvis.
Also, what can I say? Crossfire stepped up their game in the ring, so have I.
Professional elbow, hits its mark, could be over here with a team of Crazy Steve and Chris LaPlante. 2 count there. Come on, Jaxon. Don't get distracted by the ref. Stay on top of your man.
That's right, Hutch.
Well, I'm not exactly a big Jaxon Jarvis fan, but what with all of the bravado, what with all of the YouTube videos, with how often he's talking, I'd like to see him follow through with a victory here instead of just all that hot air.
Well, a lot of people see Jarvis as a talker. He is a sophisticated worker. He gets into his opponent's head. He plays these mind games, and that's what I really like about him.
Well, basically, Rage and Jarvis have said they're going to destroy this team, and I got to admit, they've been pretty much doing that here since the beginning. In firm control, are professionally jacked, quote-unquote.
Well, don't forget, these are 2 members of the infamous 5, Hutch. They travel together, they work together, they know each other.
Well, they're certainly working together now, illegally in the corner, tandem offense against Chris LaPlante, while Crazy Steve had the referee distracted in a very unfortunate fashion. Crazy Steve experienced enough, he should know not to do that himself.
Well, the thing too with Crazy Steve and Chris LaPlante, they only teamed up once, and that's Team Crossfire.
Well, the thing with Crazy Steve is he's crazy. That's the problem.
I wouldn't have a partner like that because you never know what he's capable of.
You never know what he's going to do or what he's capable of. You're right. I'm not sure if I'd want him as my partner, but I can tell you he certainly has Crossfire's best interests in mind, and he certainly has my support as Chris LaPlante's partner here today.
Chris LaPlante needs all the help he can get, so he's lucky he has a guy like Crazy Steve on his side.
Well, at this exact moment, that statement is true. Chris LaPlante could use all the help he can get. Jaxon Jarvis and Rage have been working him over for about 5-6 minutes now straight. Reversal from LaPlante. Oh, Go Time gets a kick right to the chest.
That was professionally scouted by Jaxon Jarvis.
Down on the canvas once again. Wow, interesting pinning combination there from Jaxon Jarvis.
I think he forgot how to do a Boston Crab there, Hutch.
If that's a Boston Crab, so Jaxon Jarvis has more problems than I thought he had. Oh, look, mocking Chris LaPlante now, right into the ribs.
LaPlante just trying to inch towards Crazy Steve, and Jarvis will not allow.
Crazy Steve's got to get the crowd going here. These people are just absolutely on the edge of their seats. They're all ready to start supporting Chris LaPlante if we can just get them going here. Whoa, big back body drop from Go Time. There we go, now the crowd. Crazy Steve getting them all riled up.
Well, they wouldn't even know his name if Crazy Steve didn't start chanting it. And the tag was made. Here comes Crazy Steve. And look at that. Crazy Steve elbowed Rage before hitting Jarvis.
Yeah, I had a receipt for Rage too on the apron. Crazy Steve has a fire here, come on. Oh, a big elbow right to the mush. Jaxon Jarvis rocked with that one. Oh, drop kick to Rage, who's off the apron for the second time now.
Now that is unfair, Hutch. Rob Rage is not the legal man.
What's this? Oh, monkey flip, no, bite now, come on, ref, that's illegal, I don't care. That wasn't a monkey flip, that was a monkey bite, which I'm sure is an illegal move, and now Rage has a chair. Speaking of illegal, this man, Crazy Steve, has certainly gotten under the skin of Rob Rage. Come on, Rage, don't do it.
I've never seen Rage this angry before, and that's not a sight people want to see.
I've seen Rage very angry before, but you might be right. He's pretty angry right now.
Whoa, what has Steve got? Oh, no.
Oh, come on, ref, watch out.
It's still got the bow on it. Is that the chair from last? Is that the chair
that Custom brought out? That's the chair. The ring crew must have packed it up with the ring or something. It's a barbed wire covered chair with a bow on it. Technically our world champion's birthday present from Bring the Heat.
It's Crazy Steve just chasing Rage. Get out of there, Rage. Get out of there, Rage.
And Rage screaming like a baby. It's good to know if I leave anything here, the Crossfire ring crew's going to keep a hold of it for me, but oh wow, I don't think anybody was expecting to see this thing again.
This is not good.
Look at Rage.
Get out of there, Rage.
Showing his true colors here. His new tights with the yellow on it is certainly apropos.
Well, when some guys run after me with a barbed wire chair.
Well, let's get back to what's going on in the ring here. Jaxon Jarvis looks amazed that he's lost his partner.
No, Jarvis.
Chris LaPlante set him up. There's a spear. 2.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. Again, dirty tactics by Chris LaPlante and his team of cheaters, grabbing a barbed wire chair.
Go Time, Chris LaPlante and Crazy Steve.
That was great. Let's take a look at the finishing moments here of the match. Well, here's the spear. That's not what I'm talking about, production guys. I'm talking about before this. There we go. This is how the match was lost. Through Rage's cowardice. Check it out, running away here. And that's what set him up for the spear we saw earlier. This is great. And Jaxon Jarvis still in the ring nursing his wounds. And Chris LaPlante getting the adulation of the fans like he so deserves, Chris.
Well, if I don't.
Yeah, you're at a loss for words, but I'm not. This is great.
If I was Rob Rage, I definitely would have run from Crazy Steve. That guy was a lunatic. He's a lunatic.
He's crazy.
And him having a weapon like that, you get out of Dodge. That's it.
Chris LaPlante with some words for our Crossfire fans, and we'll be back with our main event. It's Jeremy Elliott taking on Jay Moore inside a gosh darn steel cage.